Greetings, back with another video. And I was talking to a coworker today, and we was talking about work. And I was telling him that the job that we work at is breadcrumbing us. And he agreed, because the corporation, the corporate, up the corporate ladder, they get paid and we get pennies. And we do phenomenal work. And that's one thing that I was talking to him about. I feel that we get the short end of the stick, and working a 9 to 5 in 2026 isn't just enough, you know. Working a full-time job in 2026 is like a part-time job. I figured it out. I figured that a full-time job in 2026 is a new part-time job. You got to basically work 2 full-time jobs if you're doing it by yourself, depending on where you live and your living situation. Like me, I'm in California, so, the cost of living is very high out here. You got to work basically 2 full-time jobs to live a decent life. And to me, my experiences with roommates, it sucks. I don't like it because the rules, and it's just annoying. I tried it before. I thought it was cool at the time when I first started, but I didn't like it after a while because, you get involved with other people's problems, and it's better just to have your own space so you can do whatever you want. You don't have to worry about other people's problems, other people's issues. But I'm just saying, these 9 to 5 jobs in 2026 is part-time jobs. These full-time jobs is part-time jobs. These companies breadcrumb us. They do. They breadcrumb us. They don't care about the working man. They don't care about your living situation. Everything else is going up except your paycheck, And we got contracting year coming up in October at our job, to see how much more money we're going to get for the employees, because the company isn't looking out for the working man, the one who's doing the job, So I'm just going to be honest with you. I live in San Diego, California, and these companies penny pinch us. That's what they do. It's because most of the workers that work in California, San Diego, most of the workers who work in San Diego live in Tijuana. So they're basically ripping off the people who actually live in San Diego. And a lot of these companies do it here in San Diego, but none of them talk about it. None of the people talk about it because they use the people that live in Tijuana, because the cost of living is cheaper there. They use those people to work the jobs so they can underpay the workers here in San Diego. They underpay people. We're San Diego. We're getting underpaid because they're using the workers in Tijuana, because the cost of living is cheaper, and most of the people that live in Tijuana and work here don't want to move to San Diego because the cost of living is too damn high. So if anybody is from San Diego knows that, but nobody talks about it. It's the cost of living is way too high here in San Diego. They don't care about people's living situations. They don't care. You ain't gonna survive out here working at Walmart or working at Jack in the Box and saying there's no fucking way you're gonna survive out here because the cost of living is way too high. If you get a studio apartment is like $1,500 a month. A studio apartment is like $1,500 a month. The cost of living is too high. So so basically you gotta live like a gypsy. You gotta live like a hippie. just to live decent out here. Or you can live in Tijuana, living out here in San Diego. So I'm just telling you how it is out here, But the cross in Tijuana to San Diego could be between, depending on how you cross and what time you cross. But I'm gonna just give you an example. Like crossing like around 10 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, you could be in the line for like 3 hours, depending on how the traffic move. Like if somebody do something stupid, like trying to do something to the border patrol, it could hold up the line even longer. There's times that I went to Tijuana and I waited in line for like 3 to 4 hours. I heard one time the wait in Tijuana was like up to 8 hours one time. And people was running out of the gas. An old lady had a heat stroke in the middle of the summertime, just crossing back and forth to Tijuana to San Diego. Because a lot of people visit, over there. They go on the vacations, weekend vacation, holidays vacation. A lot of Americans go there, as well as a lot of Americans live over there because of the cost of living in San Diego is way too damn high. Nobody wants to pay for a 2-bedroom apartment $2,000 a month. That's fucking ridiculous. That should be a house, a mortgage payment. It should be a mortgage payment. So, these jobs don't give a damn about the working class. They don't give a damn. They don't care about the locals here in California. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. They do not care. Not at all. And I'm saying this because I see it with my own eyes and nobody's talking about it. It's kind of like swept under the rug, And most of the people that's from San Diego is still living with their parents. They could be like 40, 45, still living with their parents out here in San Diego, I'm not hating on it, but yeah, I mean, that's the life, Or their property's been passed down from family to family, Or you're in the military. That's it. I mean, these jobs, these companies don't have no empathy towards the working class. They don't care. They don't care. They don't give a shit about the employees. They don't care. The only thing they care about is production. Because right now at my job, it's slow, but the upper management is still walking around monitoring us, like, hard. Like, they want the work done fast. It's like, damn, like, y'all can a little relax a little bit. Like, y'all know we confident to do the work, A lot of us are skilled tradesmen. A lot of us are confident to do the work. But, they want the product done. Like, for the past couple months, I'm assuming that our work's been really slow. Really slow. The work's been dying down. Nobody knows why. This is actually like the first time in years that I never seen this happen ever before, and I've been there for almost 10 years. I've been working for this company for a long time, and it's slow, and we don't know what's going on with the company. Even during COVID, the job's been booming. We always had weekend work, we always had overtime and stuff like that, and now, we barely get it. It's like once in a blue moon. I don't know if it's because Dodge going around, investigating where's the money at different companies. We don't know. But so the question's in the air. This is just a rant. I'm ranting, talking, but yeah, these companies don't care about the locals. They don't care. They don't give a shit. They just want that production. Production first and safety last. That's what I think. Production first, safety last. They don't give a shit. So take what you want with this,